Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anything Blows. My name's Andrew Leaker, and today proudly got the Irish scarf on, the Irish flag, and it's not St. Patrick's Day, but it will be in a few months. Dennis, the Menace Frimpong, how you doing, my man?
Bro, I swear it's St. Patrick's Day in like 3 weeks, lad.
Okay, a bit early. It'll probably take me that
Good
long
though.
to upload it.
Yes, right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Obviously, new opponent just dropped. Bit of a stressful last couple of days, but I think I sort it out. We got an opponent ready to go. Fucking 1 week now, so
Okay, so not to focus and reminisce on negatives, but last time out, November 22nd, a day after my birthday, I was hoping for a birthday surprise. I was hoping for a good knockout of a present, and unfortunately, it didn't come. But everything happens for a reason. Gokhan Aksu does a lot of back and forth online. He blocked you. We got your fans to go after him. Yeah, what happened that night?
got knocked out, bro.
You take it on the chin,
Don't know,
literally and
don't
physically.
know, don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, fucking got caught, got knocked out. That's it. It's the game, bro. Fucking, it's her business. Yeah, just fucking made a few mistakes. And in this sport, there's not really any room to be making mistakes at the highest level. And yeah, got caught, got knocked out, got stopped. And we go again next week. So
And that is a mindset. Obviously, I want to ask you this. Four times was it last year that you fought?
yeah, 4 fights last year.
Do you think, and everyone's going to say this when you win, everyone's going to say it when you lose, do you think you may have overdone it? Do you think you fought too many times and put too much stress on your body and in camp, or it's not that to
Uh,
blame?
I don't know if it's fought too many times is the issue. I think the issue is that I probably fought too close together, as in between Peter and Gokhan. Obviously when I fought Robin Frank, I fought at 70. I fought quite soon after that when I fought Aryan, but that was a catch weight, so I fought at 74. So I didn't have as much weight to lose as short of a period, and I didn't really take any damage in the Robin Frank fight. So um, I think potentially the cuts to 70 within like 6 weeks of each other. Um, and yeah, obviously got dropped in the Peter Gabal fight. Probably should have taken some time to recover, but didn't. It is what it is. You learn from these things, but I don't know if that is the reason. I think obviously I ate some shots in the Gokhan fight anyway. It took him a few shots to actually put me down. Um, and I was battering him. Do you know what I mean? I was battering him. I just made a mistake. Like I said, I think making the mistake is what cost me the fight, not fighting too many times in a year. But I won't make the same mistake in terms of weight cuts. This year, I am gonna have. Yeah, I like to have 4 fights again, but I'm probably not going to fight all of them at 70. I'm probably going to, obviously got a catch weight fight next week against Tomas Ciganik at 73 kilo. Maybe the next one at 70. Maybe then another one at catch weight, and then maybe another one at 70. And just not, I'm not going to do like 3 fights at lightweight. I'm probably going to do two at lightweight, two at catch weight, just to keep myself healthy. I'm a big lightweight. So.
And let's talk about the actual fight. I don't mean this in any disrespect and in a bad manner, but do you feel like you underestimated him, or did he think that you were underestimating him? Because there was a lot in the face-off, and do you just think? And people always say this: is it too much? Did you bite off more than you could chew, or did you think it was just you caught a shot and you said it when you walked out the arena? They got a little clip. You're positive. You're still walking out, and you got caught, and that's it, and you'll be back again, or what do you think happened in that fight? Because I feel like you were very confident and you would have been a favorite going in.
Yeah, I mean, like I just said, I just made a mistake in the fight. Like, just got it wasn't that I was underestimating him. I think I just started piecing him up. I rocked him twice in the space of like 2.5 or 3 minutes, whatever it was, had him on wobbly legs. And I think at that point is where I got overzealous in the fight, is where I made the mistake, not before the fight, not. in the lead up, not anything like that. Yeah, I think if I hadn't have rocked him in the first round, like I kind of wish I hadn't. Do you know what I mean? I kind of wish because I would have stayed more disciplined then. I think having him rocked, I thought, yeah, going for the kill, fucking get in that range, try and land combinations, and then that's what got me caught. So yeah, it's just a lesson to take going forward, isn't it?
And let's talk about it now. Two questions here. Obviously, just because someone stops you doesn't necessarily mean that was your hardest hitter or hardest opponent. But do you think he was the toughest opponent you'd faced?
George Staines, which was my first fight on a big Octagon show, stopped me in the fourth round with a guillotine choke. He was definitely my toughest opponent. He definitely was the only person I believe that soundly beat me. Like after the fight, I had to come to terms with the fact that he was just better than me. I don't think Gokhan's better than me. I think he just caught me. Where George beat me up for 3 rounds and then stopped me in the fourth round. So it's not as if he just caught me. He was beating me up. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I got beat up. I didn't feel after the Gokhan fight like I got beat up. I feel like I was beating him up and he just landed a punch. A lucky punch, I would say. Maybe not lucky, but like a punch that he landed because I made a mistake, not because he was better than me.
And about 4 or 5 months since then, one thing I want to say to you, and I think many fans will agree, your fans and general consensus will say that he got put ranked number two, and I believe his next fight is for the title, right? And if you would have won, we don't believe you would have had the title shot next, and you wouldn't have been as highly ranked.
I probably would have been as highly ranked and I probably would have fought for the title. That was the title eliminator fight. We were both riding a 5 fight win streak going into that fight. Um, we were both ranked, I think, seventh and eighth, respectively. So I believe the winner of that fight was undoubtedly going to get a title shot, considering that Attila had just got the title shot before that. Max Koga hadn't fought in how long? Fucking Ivan Butchinger didn't want to fight for the title. There's a few other guys. Predrag Bogdanovic, semi-retired. There's a few other names in there, but yeah, yeah, I do think if I had knocked Gokhan out in the first round, I would be the one fighting for the title. Yeah, 100%.
And how many fights do you think after this one will it take to get there? Two, three fights, or could we get back after this one?
I mean, I'm ranked number 9 now. Um, I'm not in any rush really. I'm just going to take every fight as it comes. I think if I smoke 3 guys in a row, I'm in the conversation then for the title shot. Smoke 3 guys in a row. Depends on who wins the title in April. If Gokhan wins it, I believe after 3 fights, I should be able to call for a rematch. Because, like I said, I was beating him up for a round. If Legarski wins, it depends. I might get the Gokhan rematch on the way to the title fight again. I do want that rematch. That rematch means more to me than the actual title anyway, to be honest. Like if you were to say, like, let's say Gokhan loses now in April, and someone gave me the option fight Legarski next for the belt or fight Gokhan for the redemption, I'd take the Gokhan fight first, and then I'd go for the belt afterwards. Because I do believe I am better than him, and I need to right that wrong. So.
And talking about rematches, obviously in the past 3 months prior to your bout getting scheduled with Jacoby, they've put out the Arian rematch, and that's one we could discuss. But like you said there, I believe the Gokhan one is the one that makes more sense, not only for you to get something back, but it's more meaningful now. Do you
Yeah,
think
I'm not against the Ariane rematch. Obviously, if depends on how Gokhan loses in it. If Gokhan loses a 5 round war, he's not going to be fighting straight away, is he? So he's going to be out for a little while, which means that, I want to stay active this year. I want to fight next week. I want to fight in Berlin or Cologne, and then I want to fight in Frankfurt. So if he's not fighting for a few months, I would not be against fighting Ariane in Berlin or Cologne or fighting Ariane in Frankfurt in the stadium. It's a big fight. It will get a lot of noise. It will get a lot of eyes. The last fight got a lot of eyes. there's a lot of people on his sort of fan base and his side that think that the only reason I won was because he was ill or whatever. Fucking, he had like some issues in camp or whatever. Like we all fucking do. We all have issues in camp, in every camp. Um, so yeah, I'd like to shut them up and beat him again, finish him again. Um, I'm not against that. Just because I fight Aryan for a rematch doesn't mean I can't fight Gokhan for a rematch as well. You know, so let's just see how the year plays out. But right now, the most important thing is, irrespective of everything, I've got a fucking fight in front of me in 8 days against Tomas Ciganik, Octagon 85 in Hamburg, and that's all I'm focused on right now. So
And you just sold the fight basically. So we'll get onto it now. I wanted to ask you prior, and you did say at the beginning of the interview it has been a little bit stressful. So it was Elias Jacobi. How excited and how much were you looking forward to fighting him? And then when were you let know, and what reason for the fans to know did he have to pull out for you now to have fighting Tomas Ciganik?
so to be honest, I wasn't really that excited about fighting him. I had to make myself excited. I wanted to fight Ciganik anyway in the first place. So Ciganik fought in January. He fought against Morris Adorf. And I actually said before the fight, I'll fight the winner of this. Thomas Ciganik won pretty easily. He didn't take any damage. And I said, that's a good fight. Let's make that fight. At the time, he said no. And then Jacoby was supposed to be fighting Robin Frank in January in Stuttgart. Robin Frank pulled out. And I said, I was looking for a fight at that stage. So I said, yo, I'll take Jacoby. He said, Jacoby, yeah, catch weight, yeah, let's go. Then 3 days ago now, on Tuesday, I was let know that Jacoby had pulled out 13 days out from a fight, or whatever it was, like maybe less than 13 days, 12 days out from a fight. And his reason is that he has a kidney issue, rhabdomyolysis, I believe it is, or rhabdo, which is basically where the protein from your muscles and creatine from your muscles and stuff starts breaking down and entering your kidneys. It can be pretty dangerous, like it's pretty bad. Obviously, rhabdo is something that people get when they do, like David Goggins has had rhabdo. People like that get rhabdo, and they overwork their body and their body starts breaking down, basically. It can also be caused a lot of the time from steroid abuse. Obviously, because you are pushing your body past what its physical limitations are, and it can't handle it. So, in my opinion, I believe, now I might be wrong, but I'm not going to make any assumptions. But yeah, I believe that he gave himself rhabdo through taking steroids and training really hard to fight me because he took me seriously. Um, in which case I have no sympathy for him because if you were trying to play with my health and my safety by taking steroids and cheating, and then it backfired on you, karma hit you, and then you fucked your kidneys up, and now you have to retire, then fuck you. But anyway, it worked out well in the end. Like you said, everything happens for a reason because I got the fight that I wanted in the first place, which is Tomas Ciganik. There was a couple days where it was sort of up in the air. It was offered to a few people. A few people said no. They considered moving my fight to the Poland card a few weeks later. I said I didn't want that and I couldn't do it because of family commitments. And luckily enough, Thomas Ciganik was a gangster and he stepped in on 10 days' notice, signed the dotted line to fight me on short notice. Yeah, fair play to him. I have a lot of respect for him for that. Yeah, he has nothing to lose though, and I expect him to fight like a man who has nothing to lose. And I'm gonna be coming out there and fighting like a man who has everything to prove. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. Two long, rangy lightweights. I believe I'm a much better striker than he is. I believe he's gonna come to try and grapple. I also believe I'm a better grappler than he is. Yeah, it'd be a good fight.
And going there again, I feel like you've explained everything and you've stated out how you feel. But were you shocked? Like you hear kidney, you hear injury, but when you realize what's behind it? Are you shocked that another athlete and a certain cruiserweight slash heavyweight in Octagon also probably does those stuff? But were you surprised to hear that? And as you say there, it goes into boxing as well. I know it's a different sport, but when someone is trying to take PEDs or PEDs, and that is not only affecting them, but you potentially have the harm, especially in MMA, to take out someone's life. How bad was that?
What do you mean?
Like, how shocked were you to hear that another athlete is, because it could be life threatening, there could be brain damage, there could be,
What? How shocked was I to hear that someone was taking steroids in MMA?
yeah,
Not shocked at all, mate. I'm not shocked one bit. Um, I've been doing sports a long time, even before MMA. I did track and field. Steroids are rampant at the highest level in every sport. They're particularly rampant in jiu-jitsu or in MMA. And if there's no testing, then you're basically inviting people to do it. Like, why wouldn't they do it? Why wouldn't they basically cheat if there's no way of catching them cheating? Like let's say, yeah, you have speeding limits on the road, yeah. Um, you've got a speed limit on the road. It's 100 mile an hour. You can't go over 100 mile an hour. But you know that there's no police. You are guaranteed there's no police out. No one's gonna try and flag you. No one's gonna try and like scan you for speeding. Who's stopping you speeding? What? Because it says don't speed. Like people are still gonna speed, mate. People speed even when there is fucking, you know what I mean? People cheat in the UFC where there is testing. People get caught cheating. So if there's no testing, who the fuck is stopping anyone from cheating? So yeah, I'm glad the Octagon are now bringing in doping tests from June. They're going to start with sort of, I believe, stimulants and stuff like that, and it's slowly going to work their way into testing for steroids as well, which will clean up the sport, I hope, or clean up the promotion at least. I believe you're going to start seeing a lot of guys moving down weight divisions or moving to different promotions, which you've already started seeing once they announced that they're bringing in tests. Um, so yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me one bit at all, especially when you look at Elias Jacobi and some of his photos, and you're like, mate, you look like you're on steroids. Like you look like you're on steroids. Do you know what I mean? And him getting a rhabdo in camp is proof and purchase of that.
and I want to ask you, your usual answer is you don't just stop opponents, you break them. Tomas Ciganik, are you going to break him?
I believe I'm going to submit him. I believe what's going to happen is I'm going to pressure him. I'm going to beat him up. He's going to shoot. He's going to do something sloppy because his grappling isn't that good, and I'm going to end up submitting him with some sort of submission. In the scramble, I'm going to catch something, and I'm going to end up taking it home with me. Whether it's his neck, his arm, his leg, whatever it is, but I think I'm going to submit him. Um, I want to run through him. I want to have like as little damage as possible. I want to stay active. I want to be back in the gym. Obviously I fly back Sunday. I want to be back in the gym Tuesday, Wednesday. Back working on my craft, keep the momentum going, keep my weight down, make sure that I don't blow up too heavy, and yeah, go in there and absolutely pace the next guy as well. I'm on a fucking madness this year. I don't give a fuck this year. I'm on revenge mode. So
And if we thought you were on a madness in 2025, 2026 even bigger. So you just mentioned it there. Not to look too far ahead, but obviously you've set out the game plan for this one at the Barclays Centre. 2026, how does it look?
like I said, smoke Ciganik, smoke someone else in Berlin or in Cologne, smoke someone in Frankfurt, then smoke someone towards the end of the year, maybe. Obviously, if everything goes well, I could even have 5 fights. Who knows? Maybe I'll jump in short notice for someone. You know, let's just see how the. I'd like to have at least 4 fights this year, though. At least four. 4 fights, 4 wins. Get me back in that title picture. Maybe title fight early next year or late this year. Who knows? Let's see.
And Is it 2027 that they want to bring Octagon to Ireland?
I don't know what their plans are for Ireland, but we're gonna make some noise. Brian Manning is making noise. Will Fleury's making noise. I'm making noise. Jack McGuire is gonna make some noise. Um, yeah, we're all making noise, and there's a few other guys out there are there to be signed as well that can make some noise. So yeah,
And last few questions before I let you go. Obviously, stable mates and close friends. Let's talk about Shamrock on the March card in London.
yeah, he's got a good opponent, Palestinian kid. Um, yeah, I believe Shem is just gonna beat him up on the feet for a round, and then in the second round, I believe he's gonna submit him.
And then Mosova Evloev in the main event of that card against Laron Murphy.
Lerone Murphy knocks him out in the third round, I believe.
And talking about someone, I know this was a name mentioned 3 years ago now, 2 years ago now, but do you think he'll ever get that fight with Nathaniel Wood?
I think Nathaniel Wood's about to get sparked unconscious, bro, by Losing Keita, to be honest. I don't know what Nathaniel Wood did to piss the UFC off, but yeah, he just got handed to a fucking absolute beast in Losing Keita. I think Losing Keita's going to knock him out in like the first round or the second round. And it doesn't make sense then for Nathaniel Wood to fight Lerone Murphy, does it, when he's going up and Nathaniel Wood's going down?
Prior to this matchup, obviously it was rumored and it was talked about a lot, and we see the hotel videos and the back and forth. But do you think they could have ever headlined London, or it's something that LeBron's going this way and it's just too far apart now?
We're going two different directions, yeah. Like I said, Lerone's smoking Evloev and then he's fighting Volkanovski, isn't he?
Mhm.
Like, it's not going to make any sense unless Nathaniel Wood can go and get knocked out by Keita and then go and, build, build, build and win like six, seven fights in a row and get himself back to title contention. But yeah, I don't see that fight ever happening, to be honest.
And a few personal ones just before I leave off. How was your first Christmas with the little one?
Yeah, good man, good, good. Obviously, he's only a baby, so he doesn't really know what the fuck's going on. He just seen like, oh, I got a load of new toys, and that was it. But it was nice to be with the family and stuff for Christmas time. Yeah.
And we had the half Ghanaian, half Irish mask last time, and obviously since then we had a Saw walkout as well. I mean, the new Scream movie's just come out yesterday. Could we expect any horror movie walkouts, any different themes, or what we going to keep it? Because you're authentic.
Nah, I think Tomas Ciganik's a samurai, isn't he? So I'm on a shinobi thing now, man. I'm on a fucking ninja thing. I'm just gonna come out, some ninja shit, do some side kicks, and maybe throw a smoke bomb.
Also, just before I let you go, I saw something, and we hate fake people in this world, and we don't like to be messed about by anyone, but there was a certain business that kind of promoted your profile a little bit, kind of made the specific hoodie and merchandise with a cap, I believe. And what had happened there? Because there was a bit of back and forth, and not just back and forth, but there was paragraphs online, and it caught people's
Um,
attention.
nah, there wasn't any back and forth. It was just me fucking calling him out for being a little weasel, trying to scam people using my name. Basically, guy owes me like over a grand and a half now at this stage. Um, but yeah, basically was meant to be working with me using my name to promote his clothing company, and then ended up taking money off people. Never sent them their clothing. Never sent me my money. So yeah, basically, if anyone's been scammed by that guy and you've got proof of purchase of sending him money for clothing, when I eventually get around to sorting my t-shirts out, everyone will be getting a free t-shirt that's paid for one off him. And I also suggest that you make a report to the Criminal Polizei in Germany. If you need any details of his, I've got his details there, and hopefully he has to suffer the consequences of trying to scam people.
what a scumbag and Karma is a bitch. And that's great that you're going to be bringing out your own merch. Before I let you go, uh, week and a half now, just over a week. Hamburg, break it down, sell it again to the fans, and final message.
Yeah, so obviously we've got a fight, a short notice replacement that's actually better than the original fight. And it's me versus Tomas Ciganik, two 6 foot plus lightweights going at it. Like I said, I know he's going to come to fight like a man who has nothing to lose because he's taken it on 10 days' notice. I should beat him. You know, everyone believes that I will beat him. And if I do beat him, he can just say, "Oh well, I took it on 10 days' notice." That's his excuse. He has a built-in excuse. He has nothing to lose. I have everything to prove. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to smoke him. I'm going to run through him. I'm going to be the first man to finish him at professional, and then I'm going to make my call for the next fight. If you can't make it to Hamburg, watch it on the pay-per-view, Octagon TV, and yeah, be sure to check it out. It's going to be a fucking sick fight. It's on a sick card. You've got Christian Ekelund on the card versus Matis Kohu. You've got Igor Severino fighting for the belt. The guy who bit a guy in the UFC and got dropped. Yeah, you got a few like Mike Michel da Silva, I think is fighting as well. Vato Loco, he's exciting flyweight from Brazil slash Germany. Who else is on there? Mohammed from Fight School Hanover as well. A few good fights on there. A few good fights on there. Yeah, it'd be a really exciting card, and yeah, hope to catch everyone on there.
Go get that with my man, and we'll see you after. And have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Nice
When
one,
it's
lad.
time.
100%.
Yes.
3 weeks time. Let's go.
Take care, my man.
Go on, lad.